Disney's latest sci-fi thriller, Alien Romulus, is set to make a big splash. But what makes this film stand out? Could it break box office records like its predecessors? With an expected $40 million opening in the US and another $35 million overseas, how will it stack up against other hits? And what's the buzz around director Fede Alvarez's fresh take on the classic Alien franchise? Will the new film's darker edge and high-profile cast win over audiences? Well, to know all about this, you have to stay tuned till the end. Alien Romulus is the latest addition to the legendary Alien series, hitting theaters on August 16, 2024. Directed and co-written by Fede Alvarez, this film marks the seventh entry into the iconic sci-fi franchise and is set between the original Alien from 1979 and Aliens from 1986. The movie features a fresh cast including Kaylee Spaney, David Johnson, Archie Renault, Isabela Merced, Spike Fearn, and Eileen Wu. The plot revolves around a group of young space colonists who find themselves in grave danger when they explore an abandoned space station and encounter a deadly xenomorph. The story of Alien Romulus began to take shape when 20th Century Fox announced new plans for the Alien franchise at CinemaCon on April of 2019. Fede Alvarez, known for his work on Don't Breathe, was brought on board as the director in March 2022. Kaylee Spaney was cast as the lead role later that year, adding to the excitement surrounding the film. Filming occurred from March to July 2023, with the production capturing intense and thrilling scenes that fans have been eagerly awaiting. The film was released by 20th Century Studios and has received positive feedback from critics, offering a fresh and chilling addition to the beloved franchise. Now let's talk about the amazing story plot of this movie, which has made it pull $40 million from the US and Canadian theaters. Adding $35 million from international markets, Alien Romulus could kick off with a global total of $75 million. In the movie, the Weyland-Yutani space probe investigates the wreckage of the USCSS Nostromo, collecting the remains of the deadly xenomorph for further research. Rain Carradine, an orphan living with her reprogrammed synthetic brother Andy at the mining colony Jackson Star, faces an unexpected extension of her contract. To escape their harsh life, she agrees to join her ex-boyfriend Tyler on a mission to salvage cryogenic stasis chambers from an abandoned spacecraft. These chambers could offer Rain and her friends Tyler, his pregnant sister Kay, his cousin Bjorn, and Bjorn's girlfriend Navarro a chance to relocate to the more hospitable planet Ivaga. Andy's unique ability to interface with spacecraft systems is vital for the mission. Although Rain is initially reluctant to bring Andy along, Tyler and Andy persuade her to let him join. The team travels aboard the mining hauler Corbelan to a derelict research station, Romulus and Remus. While retrieving the stasis chambers, Tyler, Bjorn, and Andy inadvertently awaken frozen facehuggers, setting off an automatic lockdown. To override this, Rain installs a chip from a damaged android into Andy, fixing his system issues and updating his prime directive. As they try to escape, a facehugger attaches itself to Navarro. Rain reactivates the station's science officer android Rook, who reveals that the station's crew was killed by the xenomorph and its clones. He warns that Navarro is beyond saving. Tyler attempts to remove the facehugger, but Rook explains it might have implanted an embryo. Despite Andy's efforts to stop him, Bjorn flees with Navarro on the Corbelan. Navarro gives birth to a chestburster, which kills her. The Corbelan crashes into the Romulus hangar, endangering the station's orbit and leaving only an hour before it collides with Jackson's planetary rings. Kay is knocked out in the crash, and a chestburster escapes into the ship. When Kay wakes up, she encounters Bjorn, who is killed by the xenomorph's acid blood. Rain, Andy, and Tyler head to the hangar bay while avoiding the facehuggers. Kay manages to escape the Corbelan, but is pursued by a xenomorph, which tries to set a trap. Andy refuses to open the hangar door, believing it is what the xenomorph wants them to do, and they watch as Kay is attacked and taken away. In a turn of events, Andy discovers samples of a mysterious fluid known as the Prometheus strain, which Romulus-Remus scientists had extracted from the xenomorphs. Rook insists these samples must be taken to the colony, and disables the Corbelan to prevent its departure. Rain and Tyler rescue Kay from a xenomorph cocoon, but Tyler dies and Andy is injured. Kay, severely wounded, injects herself with the Prometheus strain during their escape. Rain returns with the Romulus, removes the control chip from Andy, and restoring his loyalty to her, briefly disables the station's gravity to fight off the xenomorphs. They manage to return to the Corbelan just in time to avoid the station's collision with the rings, destroying Rook and the xenomorphs in the process. As Rain and Andy prepare to head to Ivaga, Kay, now affected by the Prometheus strain, gives birth to a rapidly growing human xenomorph hybrid. The hybrid kills Kay and injures Andy. Rain ejects the creature into Jackson's rings, destroying it, and regains control of the ship. She places Andy in a stasis chamber, records a final log about their uncertain future at Ivaga, and enters stasis herself. This movie has received positive reviews, adding an intense and thrilling new chapter to the Alien series. This weekend, the film's expected to draw in Latino and Hispanic audiences, which could further boost its success. Historically, the highest domestic opening for an Alien movie was Ridley Scott's Prometheus in 2012, which earned $51 million. The follow-up, Alien Covenant, opened to $36.1 million. Based on early indicators, Romulus is on track to surpass these figures. Disney's investment includes an estimated budget of $80 million before marketing costs. The film's R rating and its focus on a younger cast might limit its audience compared to other Disney releases. Still, the movie's strong following among hardcore fans of the Alien franchise could drive significant interest. The film's pre-sales are currently modest, falling behind other recent horror hits like A Quiet Place Day 1 and Scream 6 at the same stage. Alien Romulus will open at about 3,800 theaters across the U.S. and Canada starting Thursday, with previews beginning at 3 p.m. Disney has secured 400 IMAX theaters, over 900 premium large format screens, 275 plus D-Box or 4D motion seats, and 90 plus ScreenX theaters for the film's release. Internationally, Alien Romulus will debut in major markets such as France, Italy, and Korea this weekend, with the UK and China joining later. It is clear that Disney's dominance in the 2024 box office is set to continue with Alien Romulus' release. The film, as produced by Ridley Scott and costing $80 million before marketing expenses, is poised to take a strong lead at the box office, and if it brings in more than $28 million in the US and Canada, Disney will be pleased by the result. The movie's rated R, and it features a cast of young actors taking place between the classic 1979 film Alien and James Cameron's 1986 sequel Aliens. Although it has a devoted fan base, including many men over 35, its audience might not be as broad as Disney's recent hit Kingdom of the Planet of Apes. That film debuted with $58.4 million and eventually earned $171.1 million in the US, outperforming the previous 2017 installment. The movie's previews will start on Thursday at 3 p.m. and it'll be shown in 3,800 theaters across the U.S. That includes, again, 400 IMAX screens, over 900 premium large format screens, more than 275 D-Box/4D motion seats, and over 90 ScreenX screens. Alien Covenant opened to $72 million in similar markets back in 2017, including $28 million from China. Prometheus, that was another prequel, earned $55 million in comparable regions in 2012. The Predator brought in $45 million in 2018, with $19 million coming from China, while A Quiet Place Day 1 also made $45 million, with $10 million from China. Director Fede Alvarez introduced an extended scene from the film and shared his excitement about reviving this iconic franchise. Alvarez reflected on the challenge of bringing Alien back to life, noting that he took inspiration from Ridley Scott and James Cameron. In the UK, it'll have its premiere at the Edinburgh International Film Festival, and that kicks